Okay, so you need to know about your sentence starters. We've dealt with one category of stylistic technique so far, that is the dress up. And we have two different types of dress ups. We have the who which clause and we have the ly adverb. And you know that you indicate your dress ups by underlining the key word. Now we're dealing with sentence starters. This is a separate category of stylistic technique. These obviously go at the beginning of sentences. You can read the information that's here. I'm starting off with two of these, subject and prepositional phrase. The numbers beside each of these things actually matter here. So subject is 1, prepositional phrase is 2. That is not the order they have to appear in your paragraph. That is simply the way that we're going to label them. So if I look at, and you can go through on your own time and look at information about the subject one if you need to brush up on that, and information about prepositional phrase if you need to brush up on that. There's even a video that talks about them by a really incredible English teacher. And then we look at a paragraph. This is actually really close to a verbatim paragraph from the beginning of an article written about the internet back in the 90s, which really cracked me up. So what I have here is a paragraph where I've already gone in and labeled some dress ups, but I wanted to show you how to label properly the sentence starters. So my first sentence right here, after 2 decades online, I am perplexed. This is an introductory prepositional phrase. This sentence starts with a prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase, you'll remember it was let me run back to it, our second sentence starter. That means that I label it with a number 2. So since I'm typing this rather than handwriting it, I just put a number 2 in parentheses at the beginning of the sentence. Now, that one is done. Now I need one that starts with a subject. This one looks like it starts with a subject. The word it can often be a subject, but if you notice, it doesn't actually refer to a noun anywhere. It is not that I haven't. That's different than you're talking about a dog and you say it wagged its tail. That means something. So this is kind of tricky, but it here doesn't have any sort of antecedent. It's not really a subject. You're now getting to listen to my dog scratch his collar. So that's a fun addition to this video. All right, down here, this is a subject though. I. And since subject is the first one, I open with parentheses, put the number 1, close parentheses. I have another sentence down here that starts with a subject, they, one here that starts with a subject, visionaries, one here that starts with a subject, commerce. Since I've already labeled one of my subjects as starting a sentence, I don't have to label anymore. I'm only required, same with dress ups, I'm only required to do each of these once per paragraph, and then I'm good. And so that's what we've got here. If you had a handwritten version of this, instead of doing these things in parentheses, you would go out to the left margin on the line where the thing started, and you would put the number there. I will show you that here. You can see this is my introductory prepositional phrase. I put a 2 out there. This is the line. Notice that the sentence doesn't start until here, but this is the line that sentence starts on, so that's where I put the number 1. Everything else is just like you expect it to be. So I think you can do that. You should be able to knock that out.